Hello, I'm Annalouise, and today I'm going to be talking about when things feel too much. It could be our emotions are feeling too much for us. It could be that we're just feeling there's too much pressure. It could be situations that are happening in the world that just feel too much, difficult for us to cope with. It could be health issues and we're feeling overwhelmed and not knowing how we might carry on. Whatever's the impulse or the prompt for feeling as though things are too much, the likelihood is it will be a mixture of factors that are all contributing together to come together in a moment to make us feel that, how can I cope with this? I have spoken to quite a few people around me recently in the last week or so where they're at that place of, it just all feels too much. One friend who's passed through COVID and is at the same time managing a young family and a job and everything else, and finding the deep exhaustion that has gone with the illness, with trying to run a family, just too much. And another person who's caring for their mother and finding it really difficult, their ill mother. I noticed a week or so ago, I really love learning and growing and bringing on new skills into my body. But I just got to the point, it's like, wow, I need a break here. I need a break. I need an input break, because it was all feeling too much. And then over the last few days, I've been feeling too much on other levels, on more vibrational levels. If you're listening to this, I'm guessing there's something in the title that resonates for you. What is the flavour of your too muchness right now or in the past? What can you relate to in the theme? Is it like more emotional overwhelm? Is it feeling like not being able to cope with everything that's coming at you, like feeling a bit bombarded? Is it a sense of despair, maybe at global events? Whatever it is, I'm going to invite us today to bring some spaciousness to our too muchness. It can be very tempting when we're in this place to just keep going and just sort of almost push through whatever's there. And of course, sometimes that might be needed. And also, I think there's an opportunity to create spaciousness for ourselves. And what do I mean by that? It may be actually creating some physical space, so retreating from people and things. It might be a bit like last week for me, creating spaciousness by reducing input, reducing the number of external things that I was trying to learn. Yeah. Or it might be meditating and creating spaciousness, real conscious spaciousness, which I think is one of the most potent ways of creating spaciousness. Because in that, it gives us the grounding to meet what's really underneath the sense of too muchness. It's not unlikely that there might be some sadness or grief or anger or resistance, or there might be a range of things underneath our sense of overwhelm and too muchness that we're not feeling while we're just in that state. Whereas if we allow some real open spaciousness, little by little we can allow the layers to come off, and then whatever wants to come through can pass through. I was like that today. I was feeling up against that sort of edge, and I was just allowing a lot of spaciousness, and then after a while just a lot of sadness came through. Yeah, a lot of sadness. And that's all so welcome, it's also welcome. Sometimes we're not even aware, I think, of the emotions we're feeling. Sometimes we are, and obviously when we are, it's difficult to imagine how not that we might not be aware of them. But I think often there's things running in our system that we're not even aware of. It's like we need to turn down the volume of life a bit so that we get to feel what's really here. And while the volume's on high with things that we're doing, inputs, activities, we don't feel really what's here. Let's do a little short meditation together to invite some spaciousness, to relax into our bodies, and to allow whatever's here to be seen and touched just with awareness itself. It may be thoughts, it might be feelings, sensations, whatever it is. Not needing these things to go away, but it's almost like by awareness meeting them, by awareness touching them and holding them, it allows the unfolding to happen for itself. And that might be painful. It sometimes is painful. And so we can hold even the pain with awareness. And if some of the too muchness is around a physical sense of discomfort in your body, like maybe through illness or for whatever other reason, then getting more familiar with being able to hold that in awareness, I think is helpful. So if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes and take a lovely long breath. Start relaxing the parts of the body that might be holding some tension. Shoulders, the arms, the fingers, the hands. Relaxing down into the pelvis, into the legs. Bringing awareness down all the way through the knees into the feet. Layer by layer, letting go of some of the holding on. Relaxing the eyes, the tongue, the jaw. Allowing our awareness to be really large, including our bodies, but also including this real sense of spaciousness, like all of the universe. Opening up not just this moment, but all of time. Holding awareness of all time and all space. And noticing where there's tension, where there's holding in our body. And now, rather than consciously releasing that tension, just allowing the tension to be there in this huge sense of spaciousness, without judgment. Maybe that there might be a pause where awareness is just meeting it, and then there may be some movement or some change or some shift in attention. Wherever the attention goes, bringing spaciousness to that. Touching whatever's there. Noticing how connected we are to our hearts. Sometimes when we're really gripped and we're holding on and things feel too much, there's layers of tension that stop us resting in our hearts. At this point, just noticing the level of disconnection or connection with our hearts, either way. If it's disconnection, bringing awareness to that, no need to change it. Allowing it to meet face to face. Wherever awareness travels to, bringing wide consciousness to it. Things may feel more intense or less intense. All is welcome. Sometimes things can even feel like they're getting unbearable in the awareness. And in that we can recognize that we're here now. We're okay in this moment, even though there's a lot of intensity passing through our system that feels like on some levels it's not okay. But recognizing there's a bigger part that is okay. Keeping that lovely spacious awareness. Checking in on our hearts. Seeing the level of connection to our hearts. Allowing anything to flow through. And taking a few breaths. Giving thanks to yourselves to take a bit of time, take a moment in consciousness. And asking yourself internally, what is it that my body and soul are calling for? Whatever words come are perfect. Allowing yourself to receive whatever comes, whether even if nothing comes, allowing yourself to receive that. Whatever comes, allowing yourself to receive it and allowing the consequences of that information to trickle through your system, what that might mean for today and tomorrow and the next day. Taking a visual memory of it or a felt memory of it. And then when you're ready, opening your eyes, noticing how you're feeling. So this is something you can do at any moment to bring more spaciousness in when things are difficult. Just taking 5 minutes to open, to meet, and to ask what's desired, what's needed. Sending you lots of love and support. And if you want to sign up to my newsletter, you can go to www.resonating.love And if you've liked this video, I'd appreciate if you press like, and you can share it to anyone that you feel might be going through a difficult time at the moment. You can also subscribe to the channel and press the little bell for notifications for future videos. Wishing us all more peace and connection and love.